Okay, Angela, looks like it successfully changed the background image. That's cool. I think the banner looks pretty good. A couple of recommendations. So I've got both the banner and the magazine ad up. But you know what? I just remembered. I wanted to address some of the issues in your writing. Okay, so the image, the background image itself it's perfectly suitable. I think it's a gorgeous image. However, it is a low quality image. I'll show you what I mean in 1 second. Um, we gotta change the background image again. Yes, okay. I tend to overthink most things. Ambitious. All graphic designers overthink things, and that's part of what we do. And if we don't think things, we might miss small details. So that's definitely a characteristic of graphic designers. So I felt my mass image looked somewhat strange, and it does looking up, hanging up in the air like that. It does. I'll talk about that in 1 second. Reviews magazine. I didn't think of engaging the placement of contact information. The logo, so it'll be kind of consistent with the web banner. All right, let's go ahead. I've got all of that stuff that I want to address. So let's go ahead and get this stuff in the window here. First thing I want to do is let's resize that and reduce it just a little bit. Okay, good job. Both fit both in the window perfectly. Now we can clearly see that's a good adaptation of the banner ad to the magazine ad. I'm sorry, I should say the magazine ad to the banner ad is an excellent adaptation. Good job. Nice animation. Everything looks great. Banner ad looks fantastic. Let's talk about the magazine ad. I think this is a little problematic. These socks just kind of hanging up there. So, as they kind of float in the middle of nowhere, it's a little bit of a visually uncomfortable situation. So you might want to address that. Here it's not so bad because the promotion is right there with it. And it's plus you don't have the height involved here. So it's not as pronounced. This is kind of floating in air. Here it seems to be a little bit more acceptable. So in the magazine ad, a couple of recommendations here. Though you've got a stroke on there. That's an outline on this type right here. I don't recommend that. Headline, subhead. I think the headline can be increased the size by just a point or two. Same thing with the subhead. Let's move that down just a little bit, which will move this down as well. This contact information is set in bold. It shouldn't be. It should be set in regular Arial. Okay, other than that, my only other recommendation is that this is an extremely low quality image, the background image, and let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to zoom in here. What I want you to do is, this is a really super crisp, clear image. Look at how beautifully everything is crystal clear. We look in the background though, compare this to this, and we can see this is really muddy. It's really blurred. And there's some pixelization and some compression artifacts. So this is not a good quality image. However, this is a great quality image. You want to get the same kind of quality. My recommendation is to find a higher quality background image for both the magazine ad and the banner. Let's move over to the banner ad. I think it's a really, really good job so far. One final recommendation here, I think what I would end up doing here is this. I would take these socks and place them right here, and then take the animation right there and place it right there near proximity to the socks because they are related, right? It's going to open up this area right here. We'll take the logo and move it to the lower right-hand corner. And then right here, let me see, maybe even above the logo, you could just say, St. Thomas VI. And that's all. You don't have to include the address or anything. Just St. Thomas VI is fine. Or located in the Caribbean, something like that, just to give the viewer an idea of the geographic location of the client's resort. Other than that, I think you're showing excellent proficiency. Everything that you're doing here is done very well. The animation is handled beautifully. The masking is handled, image placement, typography, everything is handled well. So I'm just asking you to make a couple of changes that are well within your skill set. And I think that background image and then just a couple of adjustments in the layout and then try to work this out, maybe recompose this so that the socks aren't just kind of floating in midair. Okay. Other than that, really great job. If you have any questions whatsoever, please let me know because I would like to see those changes reflected in your final submission coming up in week 7. So if you want to make those changes and run it by me, email me, or whatever you want to do, repost it right here. I'll be glad to provide further comments. So, but at this point, as I said, I think the most important thing right now is to let me know if you have any questions. All right, great job. Thank you very much.